Well, hey guys, welcome back to another production from your favorite NIL Collective, the Runners Rising Project. I'm the executive director, Eddie Benningfield, joined by our director of business outreach, Farah Hamid, and director of content development, Joe Rodriguez. And we're here with a super special guest, um, number 3 on UTSA's baseball team, infielder Antonio Valdez. Antonio is from Corpus Christi, a little bit of a journey coming here, including schools. We'll spend a little time at UIW, San Jacinto Junior College, Baylor, as a product of Ray High School. And so let's go over some quick stats real quick. So far on the bat on the year, batting average 368, 9 home runs, 55 runs batted in, with a home run against UAB in you guys' win. Was that on Saturday? Yeah, it was on
Yes,
Saturday. So, Tony, welcome. How's it going?
it's going good. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, no worries. How was Alabama?
It was good. Going on the road and winning the series is good. I know a lot of guys, including myself, will like the sweep, but winning the series on the road is always good.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And shoot, I mean to continue to dominate on UAB a little bit, let them know who's in charge, especially as we're coming in with them to the American next year. It's definitely nice. So okay, all right, cool. Did you guys get a chance to
Mhm.
get out and see Birmingham at all, or was it just a business trip? Like you're doing what you
Oh,
need to do.
I think a lot of it is doing what we need to do. They give us some time, kind of walk around. We stayed real close to the field, so everything to me it seems like every building said UAB on it. So we I guess we didn't get to the whole city as much, but everything around the hotel that we got to go around was kind of campus. So it was all right.
Yeah, it's not bad. I've spent some time up there. I know a couple of us in the past have done a couple trips here and there for football games or for other things. Great little brewery scene. I guess that's kind of everywhere now. If you get a chance to go back up there, it's not bad for being in the deep south. But well, cool, man. Um, so to walk us through. So you're from Corpus Christi originally, right? And sorry for
Correct.
the German Shepherd. He's a sweetheart.
No, you're good. Yeah, from Corpus. Yeah.
Cool, man. So how often do you get a chance to go back home?
Now that I'm closer than I have been the past few years, I try to go a little bit more. But during the season, I think we got to play them, which I've never played there in college. So that was nice. I think I went for Easter, and that was about it. But in the fall, it was nice to get back home. Every few weeks, just to see the family and everything.
Yeah, and that's a super easy drive, just 3 hours. About assuming traffic going down
Yeah.
2137 isn't too nuts.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. So walk us through your journey. So you started out at San Jacinto Junior College, right?
I started out at UIW,
UIW. My apologies.
University of Colorado.
Were you playing for Coach Hallmark then?
Yes, sir. I was playing with him, Coach Igual, and at the Coach Shepard, who was the pitching coach, who came to UTSA for a couple years. But yeah, those are my coaches there.
Nice, good deal. So, all right. So UIW to San Jacinto Junior College, and then
Mhm.
ultimately got recruited by Baylor, right?
Correct. Yeah, I went after my freshman year. I went to San Jacinto for 1 year. It ended up being the COVID year, so it was cut off short. And then,
Oh
or,
God.
yeah, it was cut off short. That would have been a fun run. That was a good team. I was on lots of talent. Wish we could have had the chance to play in the postseason that year, but that one
Yeah.
got cut off short. Went to Baylor, played a couple years, and then now I'm back here with these guys. So a lot of fun.
Oh, awesome. So I guess when you were sitting at Baylor, so what was the process for, or just Coach Hallmark give you a call like, hey man, like I got a spot for you, or what? Like how much did that relationship
Uh,
matter to come to the UTSA?
the relationship, the relationship was huge. After that last year, I thought I'd graduated, and I kind of just thought it was time to part ways with the program. It was a great program, loved being a part of it, but it was time to part ways for both of us, and lucky enough to get the call from Coach Hallmark again. Wanted me to come back here. and it wasn't a very difficult decision for me. My only question was if my parents were gonna let me do it. 5 years in college, is a long time, so I got a
Yeah.
lot of support from them.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, we're definitely happy to have you. So was there a so I guess what was there an adjustment period going from Baylor to UTSA?
Uh, yeah, a little bit. Just kind of, it had been the longest I'd been at one school, which is kind of odd to say. But for 2 years, kind of making my home there for a couple of years, and then coming back here and kind of restarting. The whole meeting everybody. Being the new guy on the team again. But these guys made it pretty easy for me to come back and feel welcome.
Awesome. All right, so going into a little bit of some just some questions to get to know you since you've spent some time in San Antonio, obviously,
Mhm.
between Incarnate Word and then UTSA. So cool. So I got my master's through UIW. Did it all online, but I had a bunch of friends like when I was going through school. That Central Market that's like right there is so clutch.
Yeah, people talk about that Central Market all the time. It's kind of weird that is like it's kind of like the main place that people talk about whenever they're talking about UIW is that Central Market. So
I think it's just because it's like, well, shoot, I think that's the only one that's in town, right? And maybe
yeah,
there's like some other ones. And like HEB's got that on lock. Like
yeah,
talking Broadway, it's immediately Gucci. Yeah, Gucci B.
yeah,
I
yeah,
I dated a girl who was like right as I was getting into high school, going into college, and she worked at Central Market, and she was like, so you work for HEB? She's like, I don't work for HEB. It
yeah,
is like a whole mindset. And I was like, all right, cool.
yeah. I was there. As a freshman. Living in the dorms, you're like you kind of just get microwavable stuff, and people would talk about Central Market. And at first, I was like, I mean, it's just an HEB. I had no idea. Then you go there, and it's like it's completely different. It's a really nice place. I loved it.
Yeah, I'll take that over like Whole Foods. I got some friends who are like obsessed with like Trader Joe's and stuff, and it's like, no, you guys have no idea. But
Yeah.
stay la vie. All right, so cool. So so when you're working out and stuff right now, like what kind of music are you listening to?
It's kind of weird. I try to stick to the same routine. It's kind of, I guess it's superstitious. I try not to be, but in the mornings, I'm a big country guy. I don't know like everything about country, but in the mornings, I don't know. I just like to listen to country, and then later on in the evening, I'll switch over to like to hip hop or I'm a big Drake guy.
Okay.
I know it's pretty everybody is, but yeah, in the evening. So it depends. It's in the mornings when we work out in the mornings. It's whoever on our team wants to feel like they can play their music. They go ahead and
Yeah.
play their music in the gym. Later in the evenings, pregame. It's a lot of Drake, a lot of guys like that. Some hip hop guys for sure.
No, I feel you on that. Hotline Bling is probably like one of my like top like 2015 songs. It's great. I
Yeah,
know Drake's Drake. You whatever, right?
yeah,
Regardless of that, I think Hotline Bling is a great song. I'm gonna get stuck in my head later. My wife is probably going to plot my death, but no, it's all right. We get this. It's a classic. It's a classic. Cool. So
mm-hmm.
I guess you guys are doing obviously all your practice and stuff over at the Bird Bath, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we love that place. I know a lot of teams don't like it as much as we do, but we love that place.
The Bird Bath is iconic,
Yeah, it is.
but yeah, I mean, hopefully in a couple years you get you all the upgrade and stuff, and like the memories and stuff that are sitting out there, the ability to like I feel like the chirping because of how intimate it is, the chirping that comes from the stands
Yeah.
is a little bit more direct and registers. I was sitting out, I think you all were playing Charlotte like last year, and with a
Mhm.
couple friends, from a couple of the guys from the Bad Birds, one of the tailgate groups, and they were just railing on the dugout for all the guys that were coming out from Charlotte. And I think the umpire actually turned around and told one of our buddies to shut up. That was that was fun. And
Yeah,
apparently it
I Yeah, that's
Go for it.
definitely what makes it a little interesting. Is that like um, all the stands, everything it's right on the field, and at some other places they have a bigger stadium and people are sitting everywhere, and you hear it, you don't know where it's coming from, but here you can kind of pinpoint the guys exactly who are the ones that are giving it to the other team, and it's something. I know it's something that I just think it's funny. Yeah.
Oh no, it's great, and I think it just makes it's part of the allure of the mystique
Mm.
that is the bird bath. And like apparently, although I've never heard, I know Joe's heard coach a couple times go back and forth, so
Yeah.
that's always fun to see. We know Coach
Yeah.
Hallmark's super passionate about y'all
Yeah. He likes to have our back, and we appreciate it a lot. So.
for sure. All right. So moving into questions about your game. So what part of your game do you take the most pride in?
Um, I guess most pride is it's kind of hard to say for our team, just like for the team image, we take a lot of pride in. Our coach Hallmark says a lot of pitching and defense. I'm not part of the pitching at all, so I guess defense is something us we've really kind of taken to heart, and we try to do, and then um, playing aggressive. I like my play style is a little more aggressive than some people, so.
Mhm.
I know that's not really like a main part of someone's game, but playing aggressive is something I like to take chances out there. So
Oh, for sure. Do you think that plays into y'all's Win Sunday motto?
definitely, our Win Sunday motto is it's kind of like it's like a gritty thing that we like to have. Sundays they're huge for multiple reasons. If you win the first Friday, Saturday, you want to get that sweep Sunday. If you split a series Friday, Saturday, that Sunday game is huge, just like it was this past weekend. And if you happen to lose Friday and Saturday, you cannot get swept. So that win Sunday is, that's what we consider that. Maybe not every game is big, but that's one of the biggest games of every week is that Sunday win for us. So
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, I do not have the stats pulled up in front of me on how many Sundays you guys have won, but it's pretty phenomenal right now that y'all's record of 33 and 11, 22 overall in Division
mhm.
One. It's definitely a magical season. I think we saw a little bit of it last year with like you guys is winning in Stanford and stuff, and some of the other Hallmark victories, ironically Hallmark victories that you guys have had. Like what's been the atmosphere of the dugout like this season? Like what do you all um I guess credit the success that you guys are seeing this season?
I think it's kind of a testament to the entire team. We get guys, we kind of had a couple injuries this past couple weeks, but you get guys that they just jump right up and they're ready to go. They're playing great defense, having good at bats. Even pitchers. A guy, he just maybe not have his breaking ball the next day. We got the next guy just ready to go. So I think, um, you know, just a lot of selflessness, on the team, knowing, maybe today's not my day, but the next guy, he's going to have it. You got to give a lot of credit to guys like Clark Henry, Dalton Porter, guys who may not get the everyday spot, but as soon as they get in there, they're ready to go. And I mean, they've come out huge for us a lot. So
Yeah, you can tell the chemistry and stuff is definitely growing, and hopefully that gets you all to you know a good postseason, better outcome than last year, and see what
mhm.
happens in June, July. But all right, cool. Kind of moving on
Yeah,
from yeah.
yeah, definitely. I've, I've been a part of a
Hold up, Tony, I'm losing you. You there?
kind of lost you guys. You guys,
Yeah. No. I think
yeah, I'm
that
here.
was on our end. All right, so cool. So what were you saying again? Damn internet.
Yeah, I've never been a part of a regional team. So I think it's something I know none of these guys have that they've played here. So I know a lot of us, we want to get to that postseason. We're not the postseason for us is not just the conference tournament. We
Yeah,
want to get to the real
absolutely.
postseason. Yeah.
So all right. So can you describe that feeling of hitting a walk-off home run in the ninth inning? What was that like?
I mean, it's hard to describe. a lot of emotions kind of take over. I know going back, I watched the video a couple times, and I see myself, and I can hear my voice. I didn't even know I was doing it. I was letting out screams, running the bases, and I had no idea I was doing that. I thought I just hit it and was just running, but I was screaming around the bases. I don't know. It's something that you can't really describe. It overtakes your body, and it just everything that's coming out of your body. You don't even know. It's all natural. It's just coming out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome to watch, and yeah, kind of funny. Like you just that I'm sure that loop on replay of just going back and watching it and seeing what that was like, and
Yeah, I see it. I did things like I didn't even know I did. I kind of gave Coach Hallmark a harder high five than I thought, and I hit. Sammy brought it up to me. I hit Sammy's helmet really hard when I gave him a little helmet tap, and he kind of just looked at me, and I was already gone. I didn't even know.
yeah, it's fine. A little concussion amongst friends is no big deal, right? Cool. So, would you consider that to be your favorite moment while you've been playing at UTSA?
Yeah, that one. That's definitely so far since it was so recent. Definitely, my favorite. I personally liked getting to steal home a couple times. That's just I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd never done that before. Um, but those two are definitely top two moments.
Yeah, definitely gritty. So obviously, you have a really good relationship with Coach Hallmark since he obviously recruited you to Incarnate Word and then re-recruited you to UTSA. What about your teammates? Who would you say that you're the closest to on the team?
In the fall, at the beginning of the fall, you're kind of with your position players. A lot. Being with the position guys. So as an infielder, um, being around Matt King, Leighton Berry, those guys are real close to me. I knew Josh Colleen. We actually played together. I think when we were 12. A long time ago here in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Played with Taylor Smith a lot. Our freshman year, we played together at Incarnate Word as well. So those guys, I kind of got real close with in the fall. Just because it was just a common thing we had going
Yeah.
on. But now I think of it more as kind of everybody on the team. There's not one guy don't talk to more than the other really.
So hold up, you lived in San Antonio for a little bit when you were a kid?
No, I actually when I was it was just there was a travel baseball when you were a
Oh,
kid,
got
and
it.
there was
I think we lost you there for a minute. Can you hear me?
yeah. So there's an organization here in San Antonio that Josh. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, this Josh had been playing for an organization here in San Antonio, and I was looking for a travel ball team when I was a kid, and we heard about him a little bit, talked to him a little bit going through high school, but I never thought I'd play with him again, really, and having that relationship, coming in was big for me too.
Yeah, and that's awesome, dude. Like those guys are kind of cool that like she in a way grew up with them, and just have kind of followed
Mm-hmm.
y'all on that journey. So that's kind of awesome that you guys are kind of kept that like little group together, and or at least came together kind of as y'all have. Cool. So
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. You see,
Yeah, go for it.
oh no, it's just baseball. It's a smaller world than you think, really. Especially down here in Texas, you play with guys when you're younger, then you see them, end up playing on a college team that you didn't even know they were a part of.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so going on to some serious questions here. So, who has taught you the most about life?
I would say my parents, and that might be a little cliche, but
No,
they've always helped me. Yeah, growing up, seeing how, just kind of seeing how they worked and the way they operated, and wanting to do the right thing all the time, and that's kind of helped me, go out there and try to do the right thing no matter what. So,
nice. It's good, awesome thing that they
mm-hmm.
instilled in you there. So, what's the
Mm-hmm.
what class has been the hardest that you've or like what or sorry, what class have you learned the most from so far in college? Like, what's your degree? Are you a kinesiology or are you business?
I was communications, and I
Communications.
graduated.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. completely opposite. Don't start, buddy. Give me a minute.
I, yeah, back at when I was at Baylor, I had a great professor by the name of it was Professor Browning, and I mean,
All right, hold on.
you guys might not know a lot about Baylor, but
Sorry about that.
yeah, you're good. No, but Professor Browning, he's he's just a professor, but he might be he's a celebrity there. So I didn't know that going into his class, but he taught me two classes. One was a leadership class, which I think was what I learned most from, just the way he taught it. Definitely completely different than other professors I'd had.
Yeah.
He probably, yeah. But that class, just the way he went about the class, putting people in positions that were comfortable, maybe even uncomfortable, and that kind of teaches you a lot about life, being in those situations.
So let's talk that leadership thing. So like, what did he like? What you all study? Was it like Simon Sinek? Was it like
A lot of about half of the class was going into and I can't remember the book we read, but servant leadership, how leaders, the good leader, what kind of traits they had, whether it was people are born with people are just born with being a good leader. A lot of it actually helped me, just on a baseball team, whether people considered me a leader or not, just kind of how to go about things. Even if you're a leader to one person or a leader to the entire team, it was very helpful.
Yeah, and definitely, and then also like, so I think the book was it Leaders Eat Last by chance?
What was that?
Was the book Leaders Eat Last by chance? And it's got us there. It is just not. It is not working today. No, Tony, there.
I believe so. I think I still have the book. I remember.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good book, and I'm sure like, hey, like even like a followership thing too, right? Like it's kind of cool. Like you don't necessarily have
Yeah.
to be a leader; you can be a follower and still have just as much impact as a leader does.
Yeah, definitely.
But all right, so where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's your plan after college?
I don't know. I don't really know. Hopefully, it's something. I mean, it's something that I love is kind of the answer I want to go with there. I don't really know what direction I want to take it. We'll see. Right now I'm trying to live in this next month. As long as I can.
So I guess kind of in that vein of hopefully something you love. What was your favorite MLB team growing up?
I like the Astros. One, they have a minor league team in Corpus, so I got to see. I didn't even know when I first started going to. It's called the Hooks games. That
Okay.
they were a minor league affiliate, and then getting to see those guys on TV. So, grew up watching them, liking them a lot. Still love them now, no matter what.
That's awesome, and I'm sure are you super happy with last year's postseason?
Yeah, especially a lot of guys on this team are Astros friends, and we all got to watch it together. It was a good run.
Did you guys get a chance to go to any of the games?
No, I wish we had, but we didn't get to. But that's all right. Watching them was good.
Dude, so they ended up greasing the poles out here because it's a Philly tradition just to keep people from tearing stuff down. But I was like, we were sitting, I was like, holy shit, like we're gonna have the World Series. This is awesome. It's like all the parks and stuff are a 30-minute drive from where I am. And Minute Maid Field. Oh, so here's this. So the field out here, $1,000 for standing room only.
Yeah.
Minute Maid was like 250, which I mean is still ridiculous, but it's like, oh my god, they are literally going to price gouge the city for this. And I was like, looking, I was like, what the hell? This is stupid.
Yeah, I remember them pulling that up, and I was like, wow. I mean, Citizens Bank it's a great park as well, but
Yeah,
$1,000 just to stand there, that's a lot. But those guys love it.
Oh my God. Yeah, yes they do. Yes
Mhm.
they do. I'm starting to get out there and do that. All right. So what are your thoughts on NIL? How has NIL impacted you so far?
I think it's great. I think it's great for all athletes. And it also, it could keep guys, in school longer. For baseball, a lot of guys if you're good enough, you have the chance to go play professional baseball at a high school, and a lot of guys do it because of the money. And I think NIL could get them, to go to school. I think school's a great thing. I think kids should stay in school, as long as they can. If people keep letting them. So I love NIL. I think it's a great thing for all student athletes. I wish it was here earlier, but
Mhm.
I'm very grateful that it's here now. So
Well, definitely, we're glad that we can help you guys out. And again, obviously, for those of you watching this is an NIL deal, as all these are, and we appreciate you for taking the time to sit and talk with us about that. But all right, so here's the most important question that is part of this interview: favorite taco place in San Antonio. We're not gonna go
uh,
best taco between like here in Corpus because I'm sure there's I'm sure that you've got your favorite place in Corpus, but we're gonna focus on San Antonio.
yeah, Corpus. There's nothing like your home taco place in Corpus. Um, I'm a little different. I don't like the main places. I don't like I'm not a big Fuego guy. Taco Palenque is good. Palenque Grill is all right. I would say it's more of a restaurant. Papacitos makes great tacos.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
Papacitos is definitely that is a unique one. We have not had anybody say that. Are you talking about the one off I-10?
yeah.
Yep.
And it doesn't even have to. It could be breakfast taco. Any of their taco, their tortillas are some of my favorite tortillas. So I think that's the biggest part of the taco, really.
But Papacitos is the one that they have the big ass like tortilla machine, right? That's sitting in there and it it makes them
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. It's real. The tile on the floor is real old. Like it's got
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
so we joke about like because the Mexican food out here,
Hmm.
the South Jersey or really this area, great pizza and Italian food. Obviously, it's Jersey. The diner scene is amazing. There's a lot of like Indian food, Afghan food, surprisingly, which has been really good. But the barbecue and the Mexican food is garbage.
Yeah.
It is freaking awful. And like we were talking, it's like, man, we could kill out here. Like just like making like open up like a San Antonio based restaurant or whatever, or like styled. But like
Yeah.
one of those tortilla machines, like that'd be cool to get
Yeah.
$100,000.
Really?
Yes, because there's like it's all you like the unique parts and stuff. So it's like yeah. So if anybody like if I ever win the lotto, there'll be signs. One of those signs will be a tortilla machine that'll be in my kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know. I mean, it's definitely unique. I didn't know it was that expensive
Yeah,
though.
apparently, or I'm just looking at like looking up the wrong stuff on like the internet. But like yeah, like the Chacho. Have you gone to Chachos?
I've not.
Oh, dude. So there's the Chachos. I think there's one off of 410, kind of like by the airport, and then there's definitely one off of Bandera. I'm going
Okay.
going in between 410 and 1604. That's like the
Mhm.
Waffle House of San Antonio. Like if like I've seen fights in Waffle House. I've seen fights in Chachos, and there is literally no difference between the restaurants.
Yeah.
The day the day San Antonio gets a Waffle House is the day that I know I can retire in San Antonio.
Hmm.
That will set San Antonio in stone for me. But we
Yeah.
don't have a Waffle House, and when I'm craving it, I have to drive an hour and a half to Austin,
Wait, they have
which
a Waffle House in
sucks.
Austin?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
We there was a right next to the hotel in Birmingham. There's a Waffle House. It was kind of connected in the same building, and guys were hitting that up. Morning, night did not matter. We were going to Waffle
Dude,
House. We
Waffle
had
House is amazing.
It's the the environment of Waffle House makes the food taste better.
it's the setting it's in.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I've spent time in the South, and there has been more than one occasion, and one occasion in particular that I thought I was going to die. and I probably survived because of the food that was available at Waffle House. Surprisingly kept it down. Neither here nor there, though. That's a story for another day. All right. So I think we're wrapping this up. But Tony, where can we find you on social media?
On Instagram, it will be Antonio_Valdez 3. And on Twitter, it will be _Antonio Valdez 3.
Awesome. Well, cool, man. Well, all y'all, remember that this is a NIL deal funded by donors like you or potential donors like you. I think it's like that PBS viewers like you thing. But anyway, we are a 501c3 charity organization with the mission to develop and empower UTSA student athletes like Tony here and get businesses to come to the table to engage in NIL deals with these student athletes. So come find us. We are on all social media at runners_rising. And that is Instagram, the Twitters, the TikToks. And I think it's just Runners Rising on Facebook, but I'll double check that and we'll throw that on the video description. But we do appreciate you guys' time in watching these. And Tony, again, thank you so much for your time. And we hope that you guys have a continue to have the success that you guys have been having this season. And good luck. Birds up, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.